as we proceed to give you what you need. This is that knock, that bump on the north gate. Close the north gate. Kong is coming. We're about to set this thing off, man. I told y'all how we coming. Young Gilda in the building. We're about to have Chief Pontiac in the building. Right? Got to have Chief Pontiac in the building. Skype ape at the north gate. When we knock, they better bump straight. Right? We're gonna run that intro while we give them time to get in, man.
Young L on the beat.
Hey, Rob Bot, if you're coming into the building, hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. You're listening to the funky sounds provided to you by the Young Elder. We are the Hebrews, Israelites. We are the Washita, nation of Moors. Oh, yeah. Hey, Rob Bot. Shout out to my brother Lifewave, right? He just opened up his new website where he's selling his herbs on the website. We're gonna run that ad for my brother Lifewave.
Rahul Bat, Anuka Hayam War, greetings. I'm Lifewave, the godfather of medicine, here with the herbal website now open. You click the link in my biography and click on products. Click products so it can show you all the products, not just what's on the front of the page. Get all the remedies that you need. Yes, these are full healing herbal remedies with the best of power. It's even scrolls on there. Spread this message. Do your very best with your health. And yes, directions do come with your products, okay? You will receive these products. Yes, I shook. Be healthy, stay strong. Wadu.
Hey, now we got the my brother Lifewave link straight to his page in the descriptions. We're gonna also have it in the comments after the show. You want to go check that out, man. He got some good stuff over there. You know what I'm saying? You want to go check that out. All right, yeah. So hey Rod, I'm finna go ahead and roll that clip right now with the brother Black Magic. Hold on just a second.
Shout out to Brother Rich at Black Magic 363.
Yes,
this is what we're gonna be talking about today. Let's hit it.
Okay, let me share it for you. Let's crack heads and twist caps. Hit that like button, family, if you're coming into the building. If you're new to the channel, hit that bell. we're about to crack heads and twist caps. And we're gonna keep it clean, YouTube. We know how y'all gotta let us do what we doing, but we ain't gonna taunt you while we doing it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna just keep it clean, you know? Okay, all right. Here we go. We're gonna open up that file. This one right here is the Rod 3.2. Oh yeah. So it's that the black magic one is this one, I think. Let's see who the roll.
I told Vicky, because she's talking about the Vatican stealing the power seat from the black woman. And I'm like, yo, Rod keeps he brings that up. He says it. He talks about Jesus coming from Isis. I never heard that before. I always heard Jesus coming from Osiris. So I'm like, nah, I gotta get Rod. Something keep telling me, call Rod, get Rod on the line right now. Rod, could you tell? We was talking about the Sibyls.
Yes.
Queen Vicky was talking about the Sibyls. Talk to me about the Vatican and what went down with the Sibyls and how they took the power from the black woman, real quick, Rod.
So the Vatican is actually the house of the divine feminine grand matriarch of the planet. They moved the location from Kemet to Rome when Rome took power. So remember when they said they had 6,000 years to rule, because they can only hold that seat until the woman come back for her power at the close of the age. You ever heard of the Shrine of the Black Madonna?
Yes.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yes.
Okay, so you know how the Pope wear white.
Yes.
The Great Mother wears black.
Mm-hmm.
And the sisters, they call them the nuns, but we call them the Sisters of the Noon. It's still spelt the same way.
Mm.
The noon was them in the white was the mirror opposite of the primordial noon, the great waters of creation that all things spring from.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the goal was, now the closest facsimile where I could give you a visual where you can understand what took place is Cleopatra.
Mm.
Remember, 2,000 years ago, they said Jesus got crucified for being a heretic. Okay,
Yes.
now you got to look at what's contemporary with the time frame. The Greek language writes Jesus as IESOUS. When the rules of pronunciation, the grammar is applied, it spells ISIS. The story that they tell biblically as the story of Jesus is the symbolic sacrificing of Venus, which is the divine feminine, the mother aspect of the woman. So the Pope, he can't sit on Big Mama's seat. So he placed his seat under her seat. This is where you get your Jacob doctrine of the underminers, those who go under to steal the birthright of the ones who's the rightful heir. So the Jacobins, the what we call Hebrew Israelites, that's the doctrine. The story of Esau and Jacob is the undermining proper, but it's all coded. That's why they don't tell you that Aaron was the staff member who Moses threw up to confront the Pharaoh's magicians in a debate. It was a verbal challenge of knowledge. The Madonna seat hovers about 30 feet over the Pope's head. It's big as hell because the original Inanna was about 12 feet tall, at least. And she wasn't originally from here, but she has a mitochondrial tie to the earth. And once that mitochondrial link was made and the pact was made with Prime Creator, that's what got us into these cycles to reclaim the earth from the rogue patriarchs that came to subvert the divine feminine. All of these God stories, crucified, resurrected, virgin, anybody born of a virgin got to be a female. Anybody born of a virgin without the aid of a man have to be a female, unless she got super mama powers. Right? And this is where the problem come in, where they get your so-called immaculate conception.
Correct.
The firstborn of the earthborn, parthogenic sons of the divine feminine.
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
Anointed by the great mother to redeem the sisters of the planet Earth called the daughters of Isis. The daughters of Isis, the high-ranking members, is the sisters of the Sibyl priestesses. These is where you get your heirs to the seat that the Pope is undermining.
Come on now.
Right? So they changed the dress of the nuns, put them in black when they supposed to be in white, put the Pope in white when the divine mother, the dark mother, the black Madonna, is supposed to be a heavy melanated sister.
Come on now.
Right? And she traveled the world and get the matriarchs from around the world to back her play when she get ready to take over. That's already work that's done.
That sound like ice.
We know who Black Madonna is on the land. All of the signs point to Khadijah Muhammad as the highest ranked matriarch of the indigenous people of the land.
Mm.
So it's hard for people to get in touch with her because of who she is.
Boom, right? Hey, Rod. Hey, Rod. I think Rod got cut out. Hey, Rod. I don't know what the heck just happened now. They go Rod right there. Yeah, that hey
I don't know
Rod.
what happened. They kicked me out.
Yeah, hey, Rod, that was fire right
So-
there, Rod. Go ahead.
So that's the foundation for what we about to be talking about.
Okay, all right. Okay, there we go. All right. What
All
else you
right.
got?
So in the folder, there is a picture that says
Folder
what's the
is-
open the folder? I'm trying to remember what it say.
I got you right here. I'm pulling it up right now. I got every single receipt that you sent me, and I got another video too. That other video, you want to roll that one?
I think it's Magna Mater, Magnamater, Magna Mater.
Yeah, you got it in here. It's like okay, it's gotta be up in here somewhere. One of these pictures. Was it a
There's
writing?
gonna be a headline on one of those pictures you just passed.
Okay, all right.
You see those with the writing on them?
Yep. Okay.
Not the images, the ones that look like articles.
Okay, here we go right here.
In there, yeah.
Look at them bad sisters there. Look at them. Hey, we got some beautiful.
Okay,
pictures.
I'm not sure what this one is, but whatever it is, we're gonna deal with it.
All right, let me get to what you're talking about. Okay. Seen it in there. Okay. Yeah. Shoot. Yeah, this one right here about the. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh look, man. I know you sent it to me, Rod. Is that right? No, that's the book right there.
Okay, I would say magnum opus, so we in the right area.
Okay.
That say magnum opus,
Yeah, right here.
Magna
Yep,
Mater.
yep.
That right there.
Right there. Okay, all right. There you go.
Yeah, see what it say on it?
Yep.
Okay, now, one of the ones that I sent you, did you get the load of ones I sent you right before we went on?
Yep.
One of those is the definition of Magna Mater.
Oh yeah, that's Big Mama's chair for everybody that's asking
Yeah,
right there.
I was going to tell you, go back and show them Big Mama C. So, look, I wanted to show y'all what I was talking about on Brother Rich when I told him that the Pope seat, put the pointer on the Pope seat under the bottom of Big Mama seat.
Right
That's
here.
the Pope seat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now scroll up to Big Mama seat.
All right.
This is Big Mama seat. They have to suspend it because if any man sit his ass in that seat, he in all of the motherfucking rule of the patriarchs. It bring their whole system down instantly. The only person that's permitted to sit in that seat is the grand matriarch. That's the most loved, most respected out of all of the matriarchs on the land, on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
This is the high seat. So they stole this. Now remember, when Alexander in Greece ruled, he conquered Egypt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alexander is the son of Zeus, right?
Okay.
Zeus is Enlil.
Go ahead.
Right? So when I tell everybody that Enlil's children came to supplant and undermine the earthborn, they trying to steal the birthright of the women. That's to restore this seat back to honor and back to prominence. Everywhere you look around the world, there is a suppressed great mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which takes us to the Magna Mater. Latin. And what it means is great mother. So the great mother seat, this is also called the Black Madonna seat, but there's no Black Madonna sitting in it. Right? So the codes be unravel the codes to put the great mother back on her seat. Right? The Magna Mater produced something called the Magna Carta, which is the Great Charter under King John. So let's see if we got, I sent you those receipts. We about to go over them.
Yeah. Hey, something else before we go, Raw. Okay, could you break down this part? All right, so they got a baby down. I guess there's supposed to be some angels or something pointing up. Then they got these 4 guys holding the seat up. Then they got these little.
Those are the 4 winds, which is the 4 elders.
Okay.
Right? Those are men.
2 pillars.
That each one of them represent the foundation under the kingdom, the throne was established. Those are 4 kingdoms. That's why they're men, because it's 4 kings.
Okay.
To raise the great mother takes 4 kings.
Okay.
So the 4 kingdoms come together to raise the 5th empire of the great mother.
Okay.
Right? They call that the magnum opus, the great work. I sent you that too.
Yeah, I got
the
that.
goal is the one that's not up there, right? Because remember, it was 3 of them crucified. One of them got away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the one that got away got to come back and redeem the other 3. This is the one that they called the little drummer boy become the drum major to take the lead.
Mm.
All right, so this is all in the codes of the literature of all of the collected secret societies. But once you get into the occult, you find out all of the secrets is out in the open. And when you read them out to the people like we doing now, remember Noble Drew Ali? Remember the picture, Uplift Fallen Humanity?
Yeah, I got you. I think I can probably pull it up. Send out the last photo we just did.
Mm-hmm. So at the end, it's going to be 4 chiefs or 4 kings. Mm-hmm. The 4 kings is going to come together to raise the throne of the great mother. The 4 kings represent 4 kingdoms. The 4 kingdoms in the lodges represent the 4 corners of the earth.
Okay.
Right? In the Zodiac, they the 4 winds.
Okay.
And the waters come in off 7 seas, and the 7 seas are moved by the 4 winds.
Okay.
Right? Now, 7 seas is 33. 33 33 1/3.
Okay.
That's 4 masters flipping off a 2-ball cane.
Go ahead.
Right? So the flip is the raise. The raise is to secure the position of. The pretender to the throne is the rightful heir.
Okay.
The rightful heir is then redeemed by finding the fallen kings. So if we go to who are the fallen kings, we had 2 blue and 1 red and 1 MIA. The 3 kings have to be called forward by the 4th. Right?
Okay.
Now the 4th one has to be the red man. Now they represent the 4 animals in the book of Revelations.
Yeah, I remember.
Right? Because you got the one with the head of a cow. Right? That's Taurus on the Zodiac flip. And it's also the Zodiac or the Zoo type, which is the totem of Chief Malik Angel Bay.
Okay. Fire.
All right. Then you have the eagle, right? Which is the strong eagle. And the strong eagle is the leader of the eagle clans.
Okay.
That represents another king, another chief off the blue house. That would have to be Malachi York, Chief Black Eagle.
Yeah, Thunderbird.
Right? So then you have one that's the lion. The lion is the one who roars or speaks with powerful authority.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. And he has the strength to back it up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So he's the spokesman. The lion that represents Larry Hoover.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, the last one is the red man, which they call the long face. The long face is the title for the chief with the long face, as opposed to the chief with the round face.
Okay.
But the chief with the round face is the chief who bumps the chief with the left face, or with the long face, I mean. Right? Okay. So to pass it, the way that we get other chiefs involved in this struggle of liberation is we have to jump them in.
Okay.
Right? I got jumped in by one of my homeboys named Sugar Bang, James Love.
Okay.
Right? He came in because he had to demonstrate what happened. He came in hostile off of a left bump, then disappeared.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay. So now he just told me the clue. Remember what W. Ali told us? In the picture?
Okay. Go ahead.
They came in hostile on the left bump.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
They hit us high.
Yeah.
Right. So Bang got to give me the secret. That's the secret. That's the key. That's the master knot.
That's right.
If I can find out how they came in hostile, who's telling us they came in hostile off the left bump, then I know where to start looking to unravel the mystery.
Okay.
So Noble Drew Ali in the picture said they came in hostile off the left bump.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. And then he told me that the angel came and took the key away, Angel Bay.
Okay.
Be physically here when I got here.
This is overly head.
Right. He's talking to the future. He's talking to us in this time, because when we become elders, we have to clean this shit up for the next 7 generations.
Go ahead.
Right. So now, now that we know Angel Bay got one corner covered, right? Malachi got another corner covered, and Larry Hoover is the spokesperson. And the chief with the long face comes in as the drummer boy. Right? But the opener of the way is the one with the lightning bolt. Who threw lightning bolts? Zeus and who else?
Inky.
Go back to the mythology.
Oh, okay, all right. Zeus and Thor.
Thor.
Yeah.
Thor is the imposter.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. Thor is trying to usurp Loki. Loki is the son of the Ice Princess, and the Ice Princess is Isis, and Isis is Big Mama because we're looking at the Isis seat, the seat of the Black Madonna.
Mm-hmm.
So one of Big Mama's boys has been usurped.
Okay, go ahead.
Now I got the Fanny. He's represented by the lightning bolt. He's the crooked man. That's Big Tookie.
Okay.
Right? So Big Tookie's job was to lead the charge.
Okay.
Off the West Coast.
Okay.
Okay, now, all it is telling us different chiefs on the land and identifiers. Right? So yeah. The Magna Mater, the Great Mother,
okay,
is restored when you complete the magnum opus, the great work. And the great work is the Magnus date. I sent you all these so we can look at this so I can show them what I'm talking about. This ain't made up shit.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna bring something out for you. Okay, that's what we
go back to that.
About.
Go back to the 12 sisters.
Okay, 12 sisters. Okay, right here.
Right there.
All right.
Blow that up.
I got you.
Can you fix it where they can see the letters? 12 daughters of Isis called Sibyls. Right? Called Sibyls. Let's see. Are a matriarchal council and lawgivers of the land. Now look at these different pigmentations.
Hold on. Something just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Go back. All right, there you go. How did it happen? All right.
You see them?
Yeah.
When I say they come from all nations, they all skin colors and hair textures. But if you look at the top right and the top left, you see, and then look at the bottom right and the bottom left, that they're capped off by 4 chocolate-covered sisters.
Yeah, right here.
That's a 4-corner shuffle. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right, that's called a 4-corner shuffle. Those 4 sisters, see, they all receiving the key to eternal life from the source sun. The sun is not the source, but the source communicate with us through the sun.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that's telling us.
Okay.
Now you notice that there's blind-haired ladies with pink skin. There's red-skinned ladies with straight hair.
Mm-hmm.
There's chocolate ladies with straight hair.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you can even clearly tell that the one at the bottom on the right, second from the center, is a signed bushwoman. These are the nations of the earth. When Enlil came, his job was to overthrow the divine feminine.
Okay.
The divine mother is worshipped and without you knowing. She's called the divine Shakti. Can you type that in Google?
Yeah, I got
you. I don't think I sent you that.
The divine Shakti.
Yeah, Shakti. See what it says? As soon as you go to it, go back to the main page.
Okay, I got you.
See what that say? The power of the feminine. Okay, let's read. Let's open it up and read some of it. Because we bring in receipts. We ain't just telling them we showing them where they can go look it up themselves, so they don't got to take what I'm saying to be the gospel when they can go find it themselves. This is just how it is. The whole goal of the righteous is just to be right. That's all. I just want to be right. I don't want to go out and do no ethnic cleansing to a motherfucker don't need to be ethnically cleansed.
Hey, can you hear
Can you
me?
hear me? I can hear you
Yeah, I
now.
hear you. You want me to read it? The
Oh,
she
you
cup
didn't open it
means
up.
power. Okay, okay, all right, my bad. I thought it's you want me to read this top part right here.
I'm going. We going more into it than just reading the headline. I want to see that picture. Go to that picture. This is the guy that's Shakti from India, right?
Yeah.
So Shakti is personified divine feminine. In the African powers, she is the manifestation of Oshun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in Europe, she's Diana. In India, I
Mm-hmm.
mean in Syria, in the Middle East, she's Ishtar or Inanna,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now let's scroll down and read some of it. Can you see it? I can't see it good enough to read it.
Yeah, a little bit. Goddess worship is one of the longest standing religions traditionally in Hinduism. Arthur Basham, a well known historian of India, wrote these themes of She Harkiti. How you say her name? Say that name
Shakti.
again, Rob. Shakti.
It's pronounced Shakti.
Perhaps Shakti perhaps grew out of the conflict and eventually compromised between a
Compromise.
powerful compromise between a powerful matriarch culture that existed in India before the Aryans migrated 2000, 2500 BCE, and the male dominated society of the Aryans, the mother
Stop right
goddess.
there.
Okay.
Who are the Aryans?
The Aryans are the people from the blonde hair, blue eyed people.
No.
Go ahead.
Type them in. They're gonna show you some people in India.
Okay, I got you. Oh yeah, I know. I know who the Aryans is now. It just came to me.
Go to
They
images.
are Hindu. They are Hindu people, or people in India. All right.
Scroll down till you get an actual photograph of what they look like in modern times.
Okay, I got you. Right here. That's what they look like
Yep.
right here.
Yep. Do them look like Europeans?
Nah, nah.
So
They
why we
they can.
call them Aryans? These Enlil's children from his earthborn wife. The people whose throne they took was Enki's children. Take out Aryan and put in Dravidian.
All right, I got you. Here go some better pictures of what they look like.
You can look at some more. We can look at a couple more because we want them to get an understanding of what we're talking about. Because I'm trying to make this shit clear.
They kind of look like the $5 Indians a little bit.
Remember, I told you that one of the people that they went to war with was Hindus.
Yeah,
That's exactly what you're
it's
looking at.
this the one that this the kind that I was talking about when I said Aryans. When I was thinking about the Aryans, these are the ones I look kind of thinking about.
They
This,
actually now type before we go to Dravidians, type in the royal family of India.
all right. Oh yeah, that's
These
what
are
they are,
your
right?
Aryans. Yeah, these are your Aryan race. These are the children of Enlil that was put on top of the caste system. That's why they can't be removed from power. The caste system is the scroll of government. They use racism over here. Now watch what they do over there. Type in the Dravidians of India.
They spell that word of Dravidian.
D R
D
A V Indian.
I got it. Of India, right?
Yep.
Hold on, let me.
Put people behind Dravidian.
That's what I was thinking. Is it? Can you see that, Rod?
Drastic difference in skin tone, but keep scrolling and make the ones.
Yeah, right here.
Those
right
are
here.
in the middle. That class was in the middle.
Okay. Here we go. Right here. This might be a good one right here. Okay.
That's not them. Those are Aryans.
Oh.
Dravidians. Okay. Dravidians they look like us. They got afros.
Okay. All right. Hold up then. Hold up, Rod.
It's Dravidian. Is that how it's spelled?
Yeah, that's how it's spelled.
Okay, take of India out and just leave people be in there.
Okay, I got you. Dravidian people. That pulls up some kind of castle.
Okay, put of India behind that.
Okay, hold up. I got you. Say look dark with afros. Hold up, I got you. Were they tall people?
They look like the Jackson 5 when you find them.
Yeah. Hold on. What about these people?
If you click that picture, it might open up the page with them on there. Yep, there they go.
The fuzzy wuzzy looking dudes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there. Like him, right? Like him. Bro.
Scroll down. They literally got big nose and afros. They not showing them for some reason. They ain't coming up.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, though, what they look like. They look like the fuzzy
Okay,
wuzzy.
type in the untouchables of India.
Right here. Hey, like this dude right here in the corner.
Right that's it. That's what they look like.
Yeah, like him.
They also call them the untouchables. India's untouchables.
Yeah, untouchables.
Now we getting somewhere.
Yeah, I think we might be right on here. They go right here, Rod. I think that's them right there.
Yeah, that's them.
Right there. That's exactly what they look like right there. The fuzzy
now they are the ones who is supposed to be in the palaces of India. Just like we ain't in the palaces in America. That tribe is the Earth tribe of India.
So it's Inky. This Inky people right here.
Yep.
Okay,
these are original beings from India.
Okay.
This is when India was called Ethiopia of the East.
Okay.
Right? Okay, now these people were known as parishioners of Kali, as called Thuggee. They was drafted by Mama Kali, another incarnation of Inanna, to because they was stealing the gold, and she was taking the gold from Enlil's caravans on the roads, so they became the pariah of the society.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So now, if we go to Japan, type in AINU.
AINU.
Yep, Ainu people. These are Anu's children of Earthborn wife. You see the guy right there with the long beard at the top?
Yeah.
Not him. It was next to him.
Right here.
Yep. Yep, that's what they look like.
Wow.
Okay, they called the Ainu because they were from the seed of Anu. But the pronunciation is different when they give it in their native tongue that's not even Japanese.
Wow, look at this dude. Same,
Mhm.
like
This is
Anna
where you get to remember the karate movie with the golden master and the silver master?
and the drunk guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Drunk man.
that's where you get that from them. They was the original masters. They used to sit in the lotus position and they be 4 feet off the ground.
Wow.
All of those secrets been suppressed and hidden from the public because they don't want us to see it.
Wow. So Mr. Miyagi was from these people. You know what I'm saying?
That's when they start mixing with the ones that was made that lightened them up and made them modern Japanese.
He got like the same little thing as in ancient Kemet, like a
Mhm.
little it's like a serpent or something on his head.
Yeah, the symbolism doesn't change in the Earth tribes.
That's fire.
Okay, now all of these cultures was matriarchal.
Okay.
Now remember, it said under Shakti that they was displaced because of a war with the patriarchs.
Okay.
Right? This is what I was talking about when I was saying how the patriarchs usurped the throne of Big Mama.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So she was known as Sibyl, Cebel.
You want me to type that in?
Yeah. I sent you a thing on it, but I don't know if you'd be able to find it all in pictures I sent you. I sent you too many.
Yeah, I got all the pictures in there though.
But you see this?
Yeah.
This is
CAE.
this is the different spelling of it.
You cut out. Say that again.
That's the spelling of it. Sibyls. Okay. When you go to Sibyl, and you're gonna end up in Greece.
Hey, say that again. Hey, spell that again because you
C
everything you said.
Cebele.
Okay, all right.
You'll go to the main page. Now you see that statue in the middle?
Yeah, right here.
That's a statue of her. Oh, it's CY. That's why it's CYB.
Okay, all right.
That's where you messed up at.
I got you. I got you. No sweat.
Okay, let's read what that say.
Also
Sibyl,
work. Okay, go ahead.
Greek, Anatolian mother goddess, also worshipped in Greece and the Roman Empire. See how I see get there?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Ostia statue of Sibyl, the great mother, was the goddess who had once given birth to other gods, to the first humans, to the animals, and to wild nature. In short, she was the universal mother.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, type it in Sibyls. The Sibyls were female seers from the ancient world whose prophecies, it was thought, foretold the coming of Christ. This work consists of 25 large illustrations, a depiction of Noah arks, and 12 double-page spreads. See where it said? Go to that little article on the right over there. Click on that. When I get out going over this, I'm about to tell y'all about the Sibyls. Okay, I can't read that. It's too small.
The Sibyls were prophetesses or oracles
Prophetesses.
and oracles in ancient Greece. The Sibyls prophetess at a holy site, and the Sibyls at you want to say that word spelled DEL
Delphi.
Delphi. Okay, Delphi has been dated as early as the 11th century BC Pan-Eurasian, when he described
That
the
means
local traditions.
that mean all of Europe and Asia.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. When he described the local traditions in his writings from the 2nd century AD, at first there appeared to have been only a single Sibyls. By the 4th century BC, there appeared to have been at least 3 more. What's that word?
I
Forgiggins.
can't even see it.
It's spelled Frygyian.
Oh, Phrygia.
Phrygia.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna try to even pronounce these words right here that butcher them up, but by
But
the
they can
first
still know, they know where to go look for the information though. But we wanted to go over that. Now let's go out
okay,
and go to images.
okay, I got you. I got you right here. Boom.
Okay, you see the one where they under the arcs in the middle on the second row?
Right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what we looking at, you got another one where they walking across the top of the arc,
Okay.
but they under individual archway doors here. So the Sibyls was like the bishops in the Catholic priesthood.
Mm-hmm.
They got their rank by the level of accuracy of their oracle message from Prime Creator. Once they all got together, they form a circle of 12,
Okay.
right? So go to the top, type in Council of 12.
All right, I got you.
See what come up?
Yeah, right here. Multiverse.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because it's multicultural. Now, I don't know what this is from, but the image is what I'm more interested in.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Right.
right.
So the Council of 12 represents the 12 signs of the Zodiac. Originally, it was only 10, right? The 10, each
Right.
one of them govern what's called a Sephira. So erase that out and type in Sephira, Sephera. Phera.
Hey, say it again.
Sephera.
Hey,
You see,
make
the
sure I got it
first one
right.
is
Spell it.
see, that's it.
Right. Okay, all right, all right.
Yep. Now you see, they show you a lady.
Yep.
Now it's 10 ladies to make up the count, or it used to be 10 Sephira, which
Okay.
was the 10 orbs on the tree of life, the Kabbalah tree of life. Okay. So
Okay.
this is one Sephira, one lady, right?
Okay.
Now go up there, take that out, and type in Kabbalah tree of life. Yep. Okay, now click it.
Which one you want?
The first one.
Fire.
This ain't the right one because it got too many orbs on it.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring too. Okay, let me go back.
2, 4, 5.
Probably gonna be this right here. Probably
It's the
gonna be a
first
better one.
one. Yep, that's the Sephira. That's a good one.
Right there. Or is it? Or you
Just
want
click
this one right here?
No, the one you had was good. Click on it. Let's blow it up.
Okay, hold on. I gotta save it then to blow it up. Hold on, I might not have to save it. Hold on. There you go. That'll be good. That's great right there.
Okay,
You see it
now
good?
the three. You see the three on the left and three on the right. It say Benna and the red one, and then it say I can't see what the other one. Shekinah.
Where is this? At the bottom right here. Yeah.
At the top, the two top orbs. The red
The
one
top
says Bina, and the one across from it, right
says
there. Yep, them two, and that say Shekinah.
no, I don't think. Hold on, you talking about this light blue one right here?
Yeah, what do it
One at
say?
No, it says half math, and then the bottom one says Shekinah though. The bottom one down here at the bottom, I think.
That's supposed to be Malkuth.
Okay, I
Because
so
the
maybe they
top
got
one is
this.
supposed to be Kepha.
All right, so they probably got it switched it around then because it said right, it got it at the bottom right here, and then it got
Mm-hmm.
the other one.
So it's supposed to be the two pillars is those two lines that run down the left and the right. Those are the two pillars.
Okay.
Right. Now in the middle, where the orb is in the dead center, right, that's the sun, right, which is represented by the heart chakra. That's the sun. He got to come through the 10 Sephira. That's the 10 sisters. Now, because of the change in the zodiac, because Nana had two more daughters, we got to add two more signs to the zodiac. Right? So to add the two more signs, make this 10 become 12 as the signs on the zodiac, and these are spaced out on the wheel. So let's go to the zodiac wheel.
All right, I got you.
Okay, down. Pictures and good pictures don't just show clearly 12 signs.
This one right here, probably.
You can download it so we can blow it up. Download it so we can blow it up.
I got you.
This is also the structure of government for matriarchy that we going over too. We're doing like multiple things at one time in these descriptions. Now, the zodiac represents 12 months of the year under the modern Gregorian calendar. At one time, Virgo and Scorpio was one zodiac sign, and there was no Libra. Libra comes in because the enmity or the inequity, remember, there's in Genesis, I'm going to put enmity between her seed, the woman, Eve, Hawa, and his seed, the serpent. A lot of people don't know that's between Scorpio and Virgo.
Okay, go ahead.
Enmity is the inequity, the imbalance in the two genders, right? So the goal is to get everybody back to balance in order to balance out Virgo with Scorpio, in order for the scales of justice to remain balanced under the laws of Ma'at. Now, all of these represents the round table, what we call the order of the round table.
Okay.
Right? And in the center, where it says signs of the zodiac, where that right neck, that black dot.
Right here.
Yep. That's the 13th zodiac seed. Right there. Now you see the numbers 1 through 12 go around the center, right?
Yep.
The black dot is represented by the Nun, N-U-N. So type in on Google Primordial N-U-N, Nun.
All right, there you go.
Now you see what came up. Let's go to the description of it.
Right here.
See what it say it mean? Primeval waters.
Mm-hmm.
And it represented the waters of chaos out of which Re Atum began creation. Nun's qualities were boundlessness, darkness, and the turbulence of stormy waters. These qualities were personified separately by pairs of deities. So it's 6 months with 2 to the month, mirrors. So what happens when you have to break, you got fall across from spring and winter across from summer.
Mm-hmm.
And each one of them represents a deacon. Remember the deacons in the church?
Yeah.
When they represent the deacon, that take us back to when the Zodiac only had 10 seats. Type in deacon.
All right.
Zodiac deacon.
Bacon, bacon, baby. Oh yeah, this fire right here, Rob.
What did it say?
It says
Read what it say. I can't see it, Elder.
the astrology, a deacon is in subdivision of a sign in order to give fuller interpretation of the zodiac sign. Ancient astrologers subdivided each sign. That's
Okay,
fire.
now take out Zodiac and write etymology of.
Oh yeah, Raw, you cracking heads.
Because
with this one right
deacon was from when we had 10 deacons before we had the 12 Zodiac signs.
here. Of deacon or zodiac.
Deacon.
All right.
Deacon mean 10.
Yeah, it means 10. It means chiefs of a group of 10 in Latin.
Say it again.
A chiefs
Say it
of a
again.
group
What did you
of,
say?
it means chief of a group of 10 in Latin. Dean.
That's
It comes
also the
from
meaning of the
dean.
word bay. Listen, that's also the meaning of the word bay. You need 10 days in order to see the bay in Ottoman terminology.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. So you need 10 matriarchs or 10 mothers to seat a clan chief. All right, now, when we talk about the deacons of the Zodiac, this takes us to Gorgons. They were called oracles of Delphi, but the priesthood was called Gorgon. Gorgon. This is how I'm showing you the step by step how they underline the matriarch.
Wow.
Now the leader, right? The leader of the Gorgons, what was her name?
Medusa? I don't know.
Right. Yep.
Okay, all right. Okay, Medusa was the name?
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Okay, now, why was her
Hey,
name Medusa? Remember, that in order to be a deacon, you had to be the leader of a group of how many?
10.
10, right?
Yep.
Now watch what her name means. Go back to the main page and type in Egyptian.
Wajit, right?
And then behind that, type in Medu, Medew.
M-E-D. Hey, say that last part again. You cut out.
E-W. Medew. Just go to the main page, be easy to read it.
All right. It's like you mean the Metaneta?
Put that meaning behind it.
Say that again.
Put the word meaning behind that and get to the meaning of it.
Okay, I got you. Here you go, right here.
That's not the right word.
You said M-E-D-E-W, right?
Try M-E-D-U.
All right, you. Metaneta, right?
That's Madonna.
Say the word again. Say the
It's Medu.
Medu.
It's the same word from Madonna, but it means 10. But matter of fact, type in 10 in hieroglyphics.
I got you.
$10, not $20.
Oh shit. Oh yeah.
Hieroglyphics. Not Egyptian,
Okay.
hieroglyphics, because it's going to take you to Arabic if you put Egyptian in there.
See right there, Rod.
Okay, it say Egyptians had a decimal system using 7 different symbols. 1 is shown a single stroke. 10 is shown by a drawing of a. Okay, that's describing it, but it's not telling you the name of it, the name of the word.
Oh, this symbol right here.
Remember the archways I showed you earlier?
Yeah, bro. It's called an MD. It's just spelled MD, but they might pronounce it. See right here.
It's pronounced Medu.
Yeah, Medu. Like yes, you can say Madu. It's like the M would be Ma, and then yeah, that's right. So it'll be pronounced like this, just like you saying it, MD. So this is what it looked like though. Hey, Rod,
remember I showed you the symbols standing in the archways, right? That's because they was in one of them. They was making up the 10 right here. Okay, when you go to Psi priestesses, you'll see they was doulas.
Okay.
Medusa was the highest rank, but that wasn't her name. That was her rank. Right? Her name in Greeks was Helen.
Okay.
Right? That's why their culture is called Hellenistic culture. So, right, who was Hellenism named after?
Okay, I got you. Man, that was fire. So that was like 10.
Oh, I got to show you the Psi first before we go to that. We got to go to Psi. Egyptian, the Psi SA, and then type priestesses behind it. Because this is Medu, 10 in Egypt. Rank number 10 of the Sa priestesses.
Say rank 10. Type rank 10.
Go to the main page.
Okay.
Go to the main page.
All right.
Okay, you might have to pull up the symbol. Type in Sa symbol. And get the meaning of the symbol. Will tell you the kind of priestess they was.
I got you.
Put Egyptian behind it.
All right. But yeah, it's the same symbol that we were talking about the other day. Yeah.
Yep, we went over the other day. Right. Okay, so the symbol is shaped to resemble a rolled up reed mat, but this is actually a yoni, a vagina with the legs open. Right.
Okay.
But it's this was the symbol of the Sa priestesses.
Okay.
Right. And this is what they used. Now you see it say the symbol for ancient Egyptian deities Bes and Tawaret.
Yep.
Remember who Tawaret was, right?
The Big Mama. Yep.
Big Mama.
Yeah.
This her symbol. Okay, now we in Greece and we talking about Helen as Medusa, meaning the leader of the Sa priestesses that was sent to civilize Greece.
Okay.
Right? And they were sent to the island of Crete with a entourage of priests to set up the first universities in Europe.
Okay.
Right? On the Isle of Crete.
Okay.
Reference this is, type this book in. African Presence in Early Europe, Ivan van Sertima. This is the book that's going to explain this part about the African presence in the settling of Greece. Images, so you see the book.
Is this
that's Renato Ricci.
Okay.
It's Ivan van Sertima book.
I got you.
It's edited by Ivan van Sertima. It's actually a series of essays.
Hold up. I think I might be up on to it.
Yeah, he got a whole bunch of them. African presidents, early Europe.
This one right here. This is right here, Rod.
That's the book. And he got another one, African president, early. His whole collection is a must for any one of us.
Early Asia.
Yeah. Okay, now, the oldest known carving of a religious nature found in Europe was called Venus of Warlendorf. Type that in, Elder.
You already got the pictures on it, right?
Yeah, we're just going to type it in. It's faster this way.
Yeah, but it's going to pull up the pictures of her butt naked on the cross.
No, we ain't pulling up that one. This is a whole different one.
Okay, all right.
Venus of Warlendorf. W-O-R. It should pop. There you go. The first one.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
This is this Big Mama. In symbolism. Now go to the main page so we can read something on it. We don't want to stay too long on the image because we don't want Facebook tripping.
No, that one right there straight though. That one ain't that one ain't gonna be nothing. That one's straight. As long as it ain't no. You know,
read that first paragraph. Let's see what they say about it.
The Venus of Warendorf is an 11.11 centimeter tall, 4.4 inches. Venus figure estimated to have been made around 25,000 to 30,000 years ago. It was found on August 7, 1908 by a workman named Janin Viran or Joseph Ram during excavation conducted by archaeologist Joseph Sumbath. I can't say his last name. Can you see his last name? Stumbaugh. Hugo Arbor Ray. I can't say his last name neither. Okay, all right. A village, Lower Austria, and the carving from the Oolite limestone that is not located to the area and then tenant with red orchids. Okay, all right. The figurine is now
Okay,
in
so
the natural.
so now we see that this is the Venus of Wollendorf. You see the age of it? Say the age again, Elder. This is important because this is way before they ever came to us talking about God was a man.
30,000 years ago.
Right. And the Bible stories say Earth was created 6,000 years ago.
Go ahead.
Remember that. This is the mother goddess statuette from 25 to 30,000 years ago, but the Bible said we only got here 6,000 years ago.
Right.
Okay, so now we know from this symbolism, Big Mom, with symbolism of Torah, with the definition of Medusa, that we had a divine feminine matriarch named Helen, who was in charge of the cultural development of a place called Greece.
Yeah.
We know that the capital of Greece was moved to Alexander when Alexander took over. He named the capital of Kemet after himself as Alexandria. And Alexander moved the capital from Kemet to Egypt. When they had the great fires of the libraries, he transported all of the major and important books to what we call today the Vatican. Pull up Vatican overview.
I got you. Hold up. They ain't gonna flag me on that one, I don't think. This one right here, right?
Mm-hmm. Pull up the diagram picture, Elder.
Hold on, I got you. Okay. Now, it's this one right here. You want the first one or the second one? This one right here.
That's good enough.
You see it right
See
here?
if we can't blow it up, son.
I got you. All right, come on, baby, come on.
You see the two keys right there, right? Gold key, silver key, and on top of the two keys sit what's called the three-tier crown.
Okay, yeah. We went over there before too. Same crown they wear in Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now I'm going to show you where to look at. Yeah, the key to go to something, right?
Yeah, that key go to something. He go to the layout right here, Rod.
You see where your arrow at? That's the keyhole.
You see it, St. Peter's. They got a key. Yeah, right here. That's the keyhole right here.
That's the keyhole for a skeleton key. You can't blow it up.
Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, that's it. Hold on, take a little second. Hey, this right here fire, Rod. You crack heads and twist caps. Hey, we forgot to get that ball clap disclaimer, man.
We ain't doing nothing. We just showing them that right here, Mama coming back for her teeth. And they better get.
And then it's on a 40. They saying it's on a 4154. Raw, they have some significance with it being
That's
on
a
that line.
latitude line. Look, you see where it say
know.
obelisk, right?
Okay.
And then it
Right
say
here.
St. Peter's Square.
Where? Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah, right here.
St. Peter's Square, and there's an obelisk there.
Right in the center.
Right. The obelisk is a phallic symbol.
Yeah.
Right. This telling you where the key go. The vagina.
Yeah. The keyhole.
Right. This is the top of an ankh. But you can't express it that way. But let's go back a little deeper back into the church. When Jesus was talking to Peter, what did he tell him?
Go ahead.
He said, on this rock I shall build my what? Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
This is what they're trying to usurp. Okay, so this was built on St. Peter. But look, his phallus was too little.
Yeah, right. Get them niggas raw.
Now, remember earlier, they said that the Psi priestesses represented Bess and they represented Tawaret.
Uh-huh.
The male deity that they represent right here with the extended phallus is called Min.
Uh-huh.
Right. This changed the earth to sky frequency from the Shu Tefnut resonance to the Shu Min resonance.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, right under the keyhole, you see it says St. Peter's Basilica.
Okay.
Right. Now, look at the silhouette of what that is. You see the two horns?
Yeah, I see it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. Right here.
Right. Represent the lower self, the lower nature, and it's beneath the keyhole. Right.
This is fire. Go ahead.
The music is played in the Sistine Chapel. You see it?
Yep. Hold on. What is 16 chapel at? Let me blow it up.
Ooh, it was right there. There you go.
Right here.
See it?
Right here. Right here. Yeah, right here.
All right. Now, under all of that stuff is the governmental palace. The governmental palace is under the jurisdiction of the shadow government, which is the underminers, the Pope seat, and they both are under the St. Peter's Square or the key to Mama's seat.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Right? Now, when you go inside the Vatican, we already showed you Big Mama's seat. Now let's see if we can't find the Black Madonna. The Black Madonna came through the shrine. Okay. How do we know this? Type in Shrine of the Black Madonna.
What?
Okay, the
right
first
there,
one is, you see the one look like a church, the first one?
Yeah, that's what the picture is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Detroit, what this place was, bro? Where was it?
We're gonna get the address. We're gonna find out where it's at. Because if you're gonna find the Black Madonna, you have to find the shrine.
Yeah, the shrine is in the church building located at 7625 Linwood Street in Detroit, Michigan.
Okay. Now, this is the chapel or the church that's leading us to the shrine of the Black Madonna. Next to this, back to the picture.
picture of the Black Madonna, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got you. Let me blow it up for you.
We went over what I'm about to go to next before. Okay, now you see that the Black Madonna has a child,
There you go, Rod.
and she's standing in the arch. Remember the 10 arches for the Zodiac? For the Sibyls? So now she's standing in the archway holding the child. Now, what do the word Madonna mean?
Oh shit, Rod. Yeah, this go ahead. Let me blow it up.
Mhm. So
I don't know.
let's go back.
Drop it.
Ma, M-A, is short for mother, and Donna is the daughter. Right? So if I'm going to find the Black Madonna, I got to find the one that reminds me of this with a daughter named Donna, but first I need more details. What's the name of the guy who founded the Shrine of the Black Madonna? I think his name was Albert Cleage before he changed it. Let's go to the wiki page right there. Right under the picture of the church, go to those statistics under there to tell us who founded it. I can't see. It's too little for me to even see. Right there, in 1967. You see that paragraph? I can't see it. Can you hear me, Elder? Oh, he on mute.
Hey,
Okay, so
hey, Rod, can you hear me?
I can
Rod.
hear you.
Oh, damn. Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I
Can
was
you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Hold on, let me get it pulled back up. Oh yeah, it says in 1967, Cleage and the Central Congregational Church commissioned local black artist Galston Downdale to paint a mural of the Black Madonna, replacing the stainless glass window depicted the pilgrims left from the Brewster Pilgrims Congregation Church. The mural was unveiled in the Easter Sunday and polarized the church congregation with some who were hey, so like Detroit 19 Rebuild. Yeah, so it was presented in 1967. It was painted by this dude named
Yeah, but the
Galston
guy
Downdale.
Cleage was the guy that's the founder.
They said that people got mad because the black people got mad because they put it up.
Yeah,
They wanted the white
we've
Jesus.
been fighting. Look, there been people look like us fighting us the whole time, and we've been blaming it on the people that don't look like us, so that nobody wouldn't do what the work that I'm doing now.
Yeah, you getting them, Rod.
Okay, now, so let's go back to the picture because I got to get some clues as to how to find the Black Madonna. Okay, right here, you notice she have on blue and white.
That's right.
The baby has a pink blanket. That means that the baby is not the son.
Okay.
It's the daughter.
Okay.
So that tells me that it's the daughter that the Black Madonna is holding. That's the heir to the Black Madonna. And her name has to be Donna. So we know her name, the baby has to be Donna. And she got to have a mother that's a matriarch. So how do I find her? So we come out of the blue house. The blue house is the fatherland, so I can't be looking for her coming from the father. So now we in Detroit. We in the opposite side of town. Type in Mosque number 1. Nation of Islam, Mosque number 1.
You chopping up bad.
That's probably the system trying to shut us down.
Yeah. Like you chopped up everything you said. Here we go right here.
Okay, now this was the mirror red lodge to that blue house, or red house to blue house, motherland to fatherland. That's what we're looking at. The Nation of Islam is unmistakably red.
Okay.
Right? So the Nation of Islam flag book is red, and the flag of the Nation of Islam, right, is written about by Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad used the image of Master Fard Muhammad to conceal the identity of who the Black Madonna was back then.
Okay.
So he was the mirror opposite to Claire Muhammad, who was the mother of the Nation of Islam upon its founding.
Okay.
That means that the Nation of Islam is Claire Muhammad's daughter.
Okay.
Right? Now, one of her daughters, if she's not present, has to take her spot and represent her. Type in Claire Muhammad so the people see what she look like.
Okay. All right.
So when the Shrine of the Black Madonna mural was written, she had to be living. And she was alive when it was painted. So this is my clue to find out who the Black Madonna is. It's Clare Muhammad.
There you go right there. Elijah Muhammad's wife.
Yep. That's a picture. Blow it up. Now, when we talking about restoring the Great Mother, we got to remember that it's a whole lot of mothers involved in putting a mother into a seat. Right? So now we see Claire Muhammad is the mirror opposite of Fard Muhammad.
Okay.
She's the direct opposite. Right? He got a narrow nose, she got a broad nose.
Okay, go ahead.
He had pale skin, she got dark skin.
Yeah.
Right? She shows the Pope did. She shows how the Pope undermined the church by using Master Fard Muhammad. Is they use Jesus as the crucifixion lamb of the church. She's using Master Fard Muhammad as the mirror image rightful heir, so that when we can put it all together, we can find out who the Black Madonna is. Now, under the Black Madonna, put it in a woman that growed up, and we know that it's tied to the flag, and that brings us to Betsy Ross.
I got you. We broke this down already. I know where you're going now.
Mm-hmm.
Betsy Ross is really Farrakhan. So one that wrote made the American flag, right? It made a white girl, but you know, we already know. Hey, Raw, you still there? Yeah, Raw got. I knew he was getting a bad signal, y'all. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me type in this. I might have to let him back in. Hold up. There you go, right there. My bad, Raw. Yeah, you was cutting out real bad. Hold up.
Oh, they kicked me all the way out.
Yeah,
Big
see, look,
StreamYard
it
duck
was.
popped up on my.
Yeah, see, it was. Betsy Ross.
I wanted you to go to Betsy Ross, the definition from history.
Okay, all right. American flag, Betsy Ross, right?
Yeah.
Show him the flip. All right.
Okay, now the original flag had 13 stars, right? In the circle.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a Queen Mother seal.
Yeah.
All right. But now it's 50. Supposed to be for the 50 states, right?
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm with you.
All right. So the flag with the 13 stars and stripes was supposed to be sewn by a lady named Betsy Ross. What do it say about her? I can't read it, too little.
Betsy Ross was promoted as the patriarch role model for the young girls and a symbol of women contribution to American history. American historian Lauren Tatchett. Okay, I don't know if that's the part you want me to read. Hold up.
That was enough.
Okay.
Read the first sentence. The first sentence was enough. What was she did? Betsy Ross was promoted as what?
As a patriarch role model for the young girls and a symbol of women contributions to American history.
Right. Now, this lady would be a role model for young women. Tell us right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And patriotic means patriarchy, but then it's disguised as government, meaning it's the reverse.
Okay.
Take the disguise off patriarchy and unveil the matriarchy, and then it'll tell you that she was a matriarch that's pro-matriarchy, but she was concealed as a patriot.
Okay.
All right. Now, if you look in there, is it any numbers stick out to you?
Yeah, 7.
What is that with this in front of the 7?
Said children.
She had 7 children.
Uh-huh.
7 is the G. G is 7-letter made. 313 is 7.
Okay.
Right? So it's tying us still back to the circle 7.
Okay.
Right? So now we find out that Khadijah Muhammad's name was Betsy Ross.
Okay. That's right. You want to go to that?
Right? Yep. Go to that next. Because it's the flag flip.
Khadijah Farrakhan, born Betsy Ross, is the wife of Louis Farrakhan, the supreme leader of the Nation of Islam. She's also known as the First Lady of the Nation of Islam. Wow, look at that. That's a bomb drop.
First lady, right?
Yeah.
Now, go to Google and type First Lady runs the country.
All right.
Go to the main page.
All right, I got you.
That's Shirley Chisholm. She was the first. Okay, what is this? The second wife for the 26th president, Woodrow Wilson. She served for. Okay, so Woodrow Wilson is the example of when the man can't perform his presidential duties. His wife was doing all of the paperwork for him after he had a stroke. So this is what this is telling us about, right? So it's showing us the capability of the first lady. Now, the importance is no president is allowed to be the president without a first lady. The first lady's traditional role is what? Let's look up what's her traditional role. Spouse of the president is not elected to serve, and yet, because of the White House is both the residence and the office of the president, public service is inherent in the role. Traditionally, the spouse of the president serves as the hostess and was in charge of all things domestic, but that role has evolved. You see that, right?
Yeah, that role has evolved. Key point.
Okay, now, even then, she was in charge of all things domestic. The president's job is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the United States. His job is to fight a war.
Go ahead.
It's the woman's job to tell him what wars is worth fighting.
Yeah, that makes sense. On all the studying I've been doing on the presidents, how they run it. It makes sense.
All you got to do is look at the last 4 presidents. Melania Trump was extracted from a human trafficking ring by Donald J. for an enormous amount of money, under the direction that nobody was allowed to touch her physically until he paid in full. During the time she was under them, they had her persona non grata. They can't touch her, meaning she can't be molested, right?
Okay.
And then in the course of this, they had to give her something to do because she can't stay there and not have value. So what did she do? They put her as a handler and she learned all of their codes. That was the dumbest shit in the world, but they lost. So once Melania got the codes and Donald Trump paid Epstein the final payments, now he got her extracted and she out of harm's way. Guess what she can tell us now?
The code.
She could tell us all the secrets of the sex trafficking that's in the public, in the plain sight. She could sit there and point it out, play for play.
Wait, has she done this yet?
Yeah. She was throwing signs the whole time she was president. Type in First Lady Melania Trump. She did the Jackie Onassis analysis, which is the mirror flip off the Kennedys. Jackie Onassis was passing for white. She was really a Negro. Okay, you see her right there with the blue right there. This is that's a JF. That's a Jackie Onassis knot.
Go ahead.
Right. She was flipping us signs, telling us about all of the moves going on behind the scenes. She was putting them out there by using what's called mimicry and reenactment.
Okay.
Only this time, John Boy not gonna get killed. And just so happened that this time John Boy is played by Donald the Duck, Agent Orange.
Go ahead.
Right? Why do they call him that? Agent Orange was used in the Vietnam War to burn the forest, to make way for them to get into the forest to fight the Viet Cong. His negotiating tactics as a businessman had him labeled as Agent Orange because he's going to always come up with the best way to get the best out of the deal.
Okay, go ahead.
right?
I'm with you.
Now, in order to prove this to be valid, type in, he got the rub from Tupac, but he came in as a son of hip hop culturally. That's where he come from. He got trained by Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and he did his intern as the apprentice. What was his apprenticeship? Donald Trump used to be overly nice. He didn't know how to be an asshole. So they trained him with wrestling, and then they tested him on The Apprentice. But say Donald Trump with rapper. Let's just see if he's come up back in the day with rappers. We put no specific name, but we're gonna see if he was taking pictures with the homeboys back in the day.
They go him and Snoop. Snoop, Doggy Frog, baby. That's him and Diddy. That's him, Diddy, back in the day, right there.
Keep going.
They go him and Ye. You know, him and Ye, they close. Him and Ye. Shout out Donald Trump, man. Hey, Trump, get away from this guy. We don't even trust that guy. Hey, look, Ja Rule.
That was a 90s picture there.
Yeah, you know, Ja Rule ain't even in the game like that no more.
Yeah, but that's an old picture. So I'm showing you that the whole purpose of this part is to show you his interactive communication with hip hop artists.
This right here with nigga with Lil Pump. Hey, yeah. So he, and then not to mention he pardoned Kodak Black. I don't know what that was about. And Kodak Black must have, he pardoned Kodak Black, Lil Wayne, a couple more other guys, man, in the rap game.
Look, y'all gonna sleep on Kodak Black. Kodak Black his family's totem is the black bear.
Okay.
And they little, they ferocious, and they smart.
Like a koala.
Don't sleep on Kodak Black. Don't sleep on Kodak Black, cause talk a little like this here. You don't really know what a nigga be saying. Kodak Black up in you. Man, don't pay that country boys, man. We find a way to always seem dumber than our mark. That's always gonna keep us in the position of outsmarting the motherfuckers that thought they were smart.
Yeah.
Because they underestimate our intelligence. Because we have a country slang, a country drawl, right? But this is why one of my things my father said to me, he said we had to move you to the city so you didn't talk with that country drawl.
Okay, go ahead.
Right? He said, because people tend to think that you ignorant if you talk with the country drawl. So I decided to add colorful epithets because that's a family tradition. Right? Them F-bombs I be dropping. Right? That's to express the discontent with the politics. Because there's no way that I can stand here and be politically correct when the politics is all wrong. You gotta shock consciousness sometimes in order to make people pay attention to the absurdity of the go along, get along dynamic. Right? So Trump is the reenactment of the JFK. JFK had a whole program that he would have been able to play out had he not been assassinated. And it was turning the world's military into peacekeeping forces. Instead of going to war with everybody, we would be trying to feed, clothe, and shelter as many people as possible. But not just food, clothing, and shelter, develop the area around what the area develops, if you know what I mean. So one of the things that I was going to teach, like in parts of Africa, I was going to teach rabbit farming because you can harvest large quantities of meat in a short turnover time. And you can, do this consistently under the farming conditions to industrialize third world nations. The whole thing is we wanted to use individual farms and not use slaughterhouse networks. That means only feed the people in your area, because that way you can feed on demand. You don't have to just be senselessly killing. Do you know how much of that shit that go to waste every year?
Right. Go ahead.
Right. So they killing thousands and thousands of cows, but only hundreds are being eaten. Right. So
Go
this is an
ahead.
offset because most of it go bad one way or another. Either we cook it and don't eat it all. Right. Sometimes we cook it. Sometimes we leave it in the refrigerator too long and it go bad. Sometimes it go bad at the stores. Right. And then they have to get rid of it. Right. So all that's excessive killing that's bringing negative energy to bring the people's senses to this level of savagery is part of the Babylonian blood magic. So that's why all these slaughterhouses is being shut down. So when we going back to the Divine Mother, we know Melania knew how to flip the sands as the first lady. She was mirroring Jackie Onassis, and Jackie Onassis was in office when the mother of the Nation of Islam was Clara Muhammad. That means that the mother of the Nation of Islam today would be Khadijah Muhammad. If the mirror is accurate, that would update the Black Madonna data to bring us into a more modern time to determine the accuracy of the information. The only thing we got to verify, as we did this before, is that she got to have a daughter named Madonna in order to claim herself as the Black Madonna, which make her be Khadijah, mother of the righteous. Right? So you go on a scavenger hunt. So type in Donna Farrakhan. Let's just see if she got a daughter. Named Donna. Now I'm going to use my family to fact check this. I'm going to show you how it worked.
There you go, right there. Right.
So this is Donna Farrakhan, daughter of the minister Elijah. The minister Farrakhan and mother Khadijah. Right? You see the picture of her right there with the green on, second from where you at?
This one right here?
Remember I told you, no, the one you had just before this.
Right here. Right there.
Yeah, that. Now remember, I told you, in order for me to fact check this, it has to match something in my family. I have to be able to do what's called a family flip to verify the information, and then I'll know that I'm accurate. Can you zoom in on this picture?
Yeah, I can zoom in on it. Let me save it for you. We're going to save it right to the desktop. See, can we get that cracking? Hey, hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit that bell, man. Skype Ape cracking heads and twisting caps live, man. We getting right into it, man. Hold on, can I blow it up? Hold up. Let's see. Dang, I don't want to do that. All right. Oh, man. Okay, there. Hold on. Let me try something. Let me blow it up. All right. It won't let me get it no bigger than that, bro. I wonder what's going on.
Well,
let me try this. Skip. All right, hold on, Raw. I'm gonna try something else. Let me try to save it again, but I'm gonna save it in that folder. save it. Let's save it in that folder right there. Unable to direct it. Oh, it's not gonna save it now. Wonder what's wrong with that picture there? Why I won't save? Hold on, let me try something
Okay,
else.
let's go. Let's just go to it. Let's just go to it. Let's go to
All
it.
right, there you go right
So when I do the mirrors, she looked like my auntie Pam,
there. Okay.
right? Pam flips map backwards. My
Okay.
auntie Pam have a daughter named Donna,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So Auntie Pam, it flips the map to match the Black Madonna off of a witch's brew on a knock to a
Okay.
knockback, right?
Okay.
So her daughter Donna's favorite color is green, which is my mama's favorite color,
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
right? On the blue house knock to a red house knockback, the color that drapes the green represents my mama's favorite color over
Okay.
the red, which is my mama's home lodge, which is the red house, which is the house of the blood right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So for other people, it doesn't mean what it means for me personally. But remember, we just turning the key on the Vatican to show you how the seats have been moved.
Okay.
Right. So if Mother Khadijah is Donna's mother, and Donna's mother for me had the map, then Donna Farrakhan's mother must be on the map.
Go ahead.
On the comparative analysis on a singularity closing in on a hometown flip,
Okay.
right? So once we establish that we know who the four winds are, or the four kings, that's the four kingdoms,
Go ahead. We on
right?
it.
We know who is the opener of the way on the crooked man walking across the land. We know who returns with the mother plane, right?
Go
The
ahead.
mother plane is the mother's P lane, and the P lane is the pussy lane, and the pussy is the cat. And the cat is the black cat, and the black cat is the Black Panther.
Go ahead.
And the Black Panther is the symbol for the priests at war when they go into stealth mode. But the Sibyls represent the blackbird on what we call the African house, the African crow. The African crow is represented as the blackbird returning from the crossroads.
Okay.
So type in, go to the crow, type in quotes. Go to quotes to the Google, type in crow quotes. Because at the end of the day, it got to take us back to who is God. Type mother behind it. You can either read it there, or you can go to a fancy picture of it.
All right. Hey, that's dropping it right there.
So
You know what I'm
Eric,
saying?
look, Eric Draven, right? Now look at the name. Eric in Akkadian is Uruk. It means fire. The D is the fourth letter, but it represents a loaf in Kemet. This would be a D, would be a loaf of bread, right? And then you got Raven. Raven represents the bird. So the bird coming in on the 4. The 4 is the 4-corner shuffle, which is the 4 winds. And the 4 winds is setting the world on fire.
Go ahead.
And Mother is the name for God on the lips and hearts of all children.
Boom. It's like that bomb effect right then.
Do you understand? Morphine is bad for you. Your daughter is out there on the streets waiting for you. Quote the motherfucking Raven.
Oh, yeah.
So even the one that comes back for the Sibyls, see it?
Yeah.
With the black crow, right? From the African side, they come over here, and these sisters came out of a different house. You got the Mama Bear, right? You got the Mama of the Pumas, which we would call Afeni Shakur, which would be a Black Panther, a chief in stealth.
Go ahead.
Right? So all of these mothers get together to restore the matriarchy in order to protect the children for the next 7 generations. So now you understand how we got to where we was. So the 7 is the 7th son, which that'd be me, the 7th seed of the 7th seed of the 7th seed, off a 5%er, Rakim Allah, born with 3 7s in my head. The one can seem to blow your mind as far as this, to find you need philosophers and anthropologists, professors and scholars from the smartest colleges and all of that shit. I had to get a couple of them in there.
Yeah, hey, bars. You know what I'm saying? This is knock on hey, this the knock on the North Gate, man. This the knock on the North Gate right here.
Okay, so now
I'm straight.
Now we know that the Zodiac seat center is Big Mama's seat, and that the 12 sisters is the Sibyls. Now, what we don't know about the Sibyls is why they call them that. The term schizophrenia comes from the Sibyls. The Sibyls were synced telepathically one with another, all with the Divine Mother. Right? And once they are all synced, they are on the same psychic network to pass information instantly from their region of the world. And that's what it was called too, Isis magic. It's the magic of the sisters, what we call the birthright to the earth rights, which is the rituals of the birth priestesses, the rituals of the Yoni priestesses to maintain the vaginal health of the planet, which is also female. Right? In some cultures, we describe things in reverse or upside down, and that's where they deceived us, because they had us thinking south was down and north was up, never knowing that the ice princess comes from the underworld, and the underworld is the land of ice, and the land of ice is called the Northland. Right? And the Northland is the land of the Ice Princess, which is the Isis of the pole, the North Pole. You see? And these are the 8 points that makes up the house of Isis, meaning the 8 points of study. They give you 8 points of study in order to raise people up using matriarchal rules that was usurped. Right? So, from when you understand how to read the stellar clock and the earth clock, Then you know how to understand the movement of the people in order to locate you who you looking for. And there's always a clue. Because in your life, your book of life got clues. Like Hansel and Gretel breadcrumbs.
Mm-hmm.
You know you left them for yourself, but you don't remember where you left them until you get to them. And for some odd reason, you have to pay attention. Right? So the great work, the Magna Carta, is the orders of the Magna Mater. And the Magna Mater is the home house of the Great Mother, Big Mama house. Over here, type in Iroquois Longhouse. Over here, Big Mama's house was called the Longhouse, or the Big Mama's house, and it was the biggest house on the property. Commonly became known as the Longhouse under the transitional tribes forming up the Iroquois. Most of these names, like Iroquois, is not a native name. That's French.
Right.
We weren't French until the Blackamoors brought French over as a language. Right? And the Longhouse was Big Mama's house. Right? Let's look and see if we can see what the inside look like, Elder.
It's like a whole bunch of
That
people
first
can stay
picture.
over there.
Click that first picture right there. Yeah. So in our culture, when we used to have family gatherings, you had a men's quarters and a women's quarters. And then you had a private suite for couples to spend their time with each other if they married, away from the gathering. Now, over here in the Longhouse, when you see a Longhouse like this is a war barrack.
Okay.
Right? And the reason it's a war barrack is the layout. If it was a peacetime dweller, it wouldn't be laid out in this fashion. It would be laid out almost like a giant open loft house with furniture of different kind. This is all beds. This is all sleeping quarters.
Yeah.
Right? So this is the Longhouse of war. That would have been the Gullah Geechee Big Mama that called us over here. She would have had the tribesmen come in and build this Longhouse so that we have sleeping quarters at the war.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So we would have had the Longhouse, then we would have had the red house would have been for the daughters, and the blue house would have been for the sons. This is how you get your different rites of passage. Then you had babies that was too young to live with the boys, and they stayed extra time in the red house. That became the sons of the red house.
Okay.
These are all traditions around the world that were usurped and organized under ritual rites of secret societies. When you know your culture, when you read it back to the people, they understand what's going on the land. Right? So the Iroquois Constitution was the codified oral speeches that somebody overheard and wrote down in a Longhouse meeting. And that's how they end up with a constitution. The reason the Constitution worked because it was a blood right oath.
Okay.
And the blood right tied us to the George Washington challenge because the the Constitution, the original Constitution, was taken away and rewritten in the blood of a guy named Crispus Attucks. Type him in.
All right. Crispus Attucks.
Yep. Crispus Attucks.
They spell that last name Attucks.
You gotta spell his first name and last name will pop up. P-U-S, C-R-I-S-P-U-S.
I got you.
Yeah,
Last
there you
name
go.
was what?
First one. That one.
A Nubian brother.
You see the one right there with the writing on it to tell you a little bit about him? Yeah.
Yeah, free black man
Say,
living in Boston.
blow that
during
up.
the time of, all right, let me see. Can I blow it up for you? We can't go for that free black man joint no more, man. They hustle on. That's their hustle game. Yeah, free black man living in Boston during the time of Boston massacre. Possible descendant of the Wampanoag Indians, and yeah, you know, we know he a descendant. Ain't no possible, nigga. They burning their game, and the African American slaves were referred in the Martin Luther King Jr.'s 1964 speech. Died instantly from a bullet at the Boston massacre. You know that was a setup, Rod. Go ahead.
Now remember,
That was a
I
setup.
told you this who blood the Constitution was written in.
Instantly at a massacre. Go ahead.
You hear me? This
Yeah, go
is
ahead.
whose blood the original. Yeah, the Constitution was written in his blood. That's why we couldn't break it. That's why it took us so long to break
Go
it,
ahead.
because they used the blood of the righteous to write the contract. Notice he the first person killed.
Go ahead, man.
They using Babylonian blood
Shot.
magic.
Die instant.
Right. And they wrote the Constitution in his blood. This is what make us have to go into the conjure war, because now we locked into the contract that they call the Constitution. Type in original Constitution.
That's crazy, bro. That's good stuff right here, bro.
It's in the George Washington Memorial, I believe. If you look at it, you'll see the letters is written with what looked like rusty colored ink.
Yeah.
All the way to the right.
Way to the right. Right here. Right here. Right here, Rod.
Mm-hmm. It's on the second row now, all the way to the left.
All right, hold on. Right here, like all the way to the left.
It's in the display case.
Right there, Rod, right?
That's it. See, it's in the display case, yeah.
Yeah. $43 million. Shit. That's $1.
Now remember, in the book, we already under the Bible contract from 1492 and Columbus arrival. We already under that 400-year contract. Remember Elijah said they got an extension? You remember, Elder?
Yep.
This the extension.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, now, because we under the Bible contract, and the Bible contract say the blood of the righteous shall not be spilled in vain, because Crispus Attucks was one of the righteous, and they wrote the contract in his blood, even the ones who don't want to participate is forced to follow the rules. It's an energetic movement of people. The maintenance on the contract is the slaughterhouses the letting of blood rituals that's keeping us sedated, right? Adrenaline is known as angel repellent,
Go ahead.
right?
What? Go ahead.
So your fear chokes the angel spirit out of the individual. The more he feared, the more he choked himself down.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately following this, the protest was something called the Boston Tea Party.
Yeah, right.
This was the
I got you on
fallout. This was the beginning of the American Revolution.
Hey, we already over the 2-hour mark. We like, you want to take some questions? And
Yeah, we're moving
we
to
can
some
come back on.
questions. So
We can come back on part 2 on this one, man, because this right here is a good one. Like I say, every time you come, bro, it's just, I learn something new every
well, they need to understand how we got to this idea. They need to understand what we're talking about, the restoring the matriarchy.
Yeah, so
And now it can't be. I can't make it no more clearer.
Yeah. So right now, I'm saying the way I remember it, man, as you telling me about this matriarch and everything, the way I remember it is that, and I saw this movie, a Native American movie, right? And the woman did all the talking. All the man did is just stand there and just, if you didn't listen to what she said, he was the force to say, okay, you don't want to listen to her. Now I gotta kick your ass. But if you listen to her,
those women are called chiefs. They the ones, like, for instance, you got two different types of chief. You got men chiefs and women chiefs. The chief is the one that talk to the people that come in and stuff like that. Big Mama will send a chief, male or female, according to the circumstance. Right? And we follow the instruction, and sometimes we send the enforcers, which is also the witnesses. Right? So when the Galactic Council asked for Larry Hoover, we got to have a witness.
Okay. Go ahead.
Somebody that is on equal footing with Larry Hoover. We always have to have a witness. So they want to know, who are we sending the witness, his interaction, and we said Chief Malik Angel Bay. Right? We sending not only a witness, but somebody that if you fuck with his brother, he gonna touch you.
Yeah, go ahead.
And you ain't gonna look at him and intimidate him. He ain't scared of none of you.
That's right.
That's
right.
And then once we got that, then we found out that they had Big Chucky frozen cryostasis, and he one of the chiefs on the land that they wasn't allowed to kill. We told him, you gotta produce him.
Right.
And he'd be the second witness. Right? So now we winding down to the end. Haiti is the place to watch. I got a call from Sister Bayeno Biello. Happy belated birthday, sister. I love you. She let me know that Haiti was on the road with taking care of their business and cleaning up their house. That was good news. Her birthday was yesterday, right? And my mama's birthday in 3 days, the 29th. Do the math. So hers was 327. That's 3 flip 7 off a 2-ball cane flip. Right? And the grandmother knock or a matriarch knock come off the motherland from my mama's birthday approaching on the crossroads knockback off a red house. On the 3 days to a resurrection on my mama's birthday to deliver a message that will let them know that we're about to restore the supreme matriarch, and we've already began, the stuff is in motion. It's actively in motion. We've identified the fakes and the frauds, the haters and the backbiters, the underminers, the crooks, the dirty players, the dirty hand, everybody been taken care of, except the normal, everyday, I ain't had nothing to do with that ass people. Because they ain't had nothing to do with it.
We won.
Right. So we didn't come on ships. We was already here. We was here before here was here because we built this shit. Elijah Muhammad said, who is God? The maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe, the Asiatic black man in us. Right. But I ain't Asiatic. I'm organic. And we was black by political position of opposition by those who classified themselves as free white persons, and they were on the attack to usurp us. It's all played out by the Pope at the Vatican by sitting in his chair under the Great Mother's chair, knowing he can't sit on it. All he can do is block you from getting to it. So before we let them stop her from getting to it, we clean house first. You know how the kids get when mom about to come home, everybody get up and start cleaning shit up.
Right.
Because we don't want that ass whipping that come with it. Right. So mom on her way home and everybody got up, jumped up, started cleaning up. Yeah. They couldn't figure out what to do, so they asked me what to do, so I told them. And when I told them, they did it, and Big Mama started smiling and said, there go my baby, I told you leave no stone unturned. Yeah. So
go ahead.
Yeah. So now, if y'all gamblers, put y'all money on the motherfucking Haitian World Cup women's team. Get y'all a little extra change. I'm not a gambler, but
watch the flip on the land, huh?
Yeah.
Hey,
we moving the matriarchy back in power. No matter. A lot of the guys don't understand it, and they think that it's a bad idea to put the matriarchy back together. But what they don't know is, because it's ran with the children's interests as the first order of business for the next 7 generations, and the mothers just had to consider that in all of their political decisions. Once he realized that, it's going to change his interaction with the divine feminine, which is going to change his interaction with women. The value of men and women vary according to your personal development. You can't be a high value target doing low value shit. You just can't expect that. You can't expect to be a slime ball and get the best top of the cream mate.
That's right. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something.
Right.
Hey, Rod, I'm gonna tell you something, man.
Yeah.
About this tape. This is a fire tape, man, because it make us, treat our women better. Like my wife, man, I'm telling you, when I treat her a certain way, I get the king response. When I treat her like a queen, she treat me like a king. You know what I'm saying? So like, I know people don't like the word king. We can get into that in the word queen, but I'm saying, yeah, like when you do your woman right, if you got a good woman, she should do you right in exchange, and y'all come out on top. I feel I'm doing good right now. Yeah.
People are in the slave mentality of going into their relationships, and that's why they don't understand the nature of the species. Men and women, we don't function mentally and psychologically the same, but the woman wants the man to act like a woman without being a woman. This was breeding homosexual culture.
Go ahead.
And the man wants the woman to be your homeboy. She ain't your homeboy. She's your counterpart. Your counterbalance, right? So once you learn how to balance the relationship, start building toward a good life. Everybody is looking at the gloom and doom of yesterday, and that's what's holding them down and holding them back. You stuck in the past. If you start evolving your understanding of people, it's going to evolve your understanding of your mate. When you understand that if a man get a good woman, he can read from her energy if he need to do certain business transactions, because she will respond in a certain way when the negative energy comes towards you.
Right.
And sometimes that's why you always hear us say, no matter who mama was praying to, that shit worked for me.
Yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
So she was talking to herself because my mama is the guide to the child. She is your creator. Ain't no motherfucker mowed you out no dirt and blow no shit in you. You was born out your mama uterus.
Get them.
Right? And it took us a long time to develop this organic meat suit, but we here now. In human form, walking guides, serving the interest of the people to their highest good once they can assimilate what it all means. And so we come teach them step by step. Everywhere you look on earth, before there was any male called God, God was a woman, the great mother.
Go ahead.
Right? You could call her by many different names, but at the end, it had to be a mother image to understand the God concept and the concept of unconditional love, because it's the only place in nature that is naturally found. Mothers have unconditional love for offspring. Right? And that's why they came out with the Oedipus complex and the Electra complex, where you marry your opposing parent. No, you marry an archetype. That's why Jung had to come straighten it out. Right? When you realize that the love frequency of the heart connects all who love the same. So the fabric of it is to build up the community by winning the hearts and the minds of the people with undisputable truth and the arati, the unshakable facts. Right? So we come, we teach, they learn, and they awaken. The great mother going back on her feet.
Yeah.
Ain't no doubt about it. One way or another, by hook or by crook. We will burn this motherfucker down if she ain't getting what's hers. My mama said, don't let nobody take nothing from my sisters and my brothers. And I seen that my sister's planet was being held hostage. So I had to find out who did it, how they did it, why they did it, where they done it at. Right? And then I had to reverse it, turn that shit around on their ass, telling the people step by step, this is what they did. So we had to do this. So under the Indigenous Rights Act, knowing that I'm organic to the land with the blood and the rights, I canceled their contracts because Big Mama told me to. She told me to get the imposters off the land. Then I got the message from mothers all across the land that's telling me the same thing. Right? And it culminates in the dream when I'm called by three kings, three sky chiefs. And the three sky chiefs is the three high chiefs that called the low chief to come up to the top and do some work.
Go ahead.
They call it sheep dipping in military science. Taking a person from their specialty, but using them where you need them in the time of war. Big Mama told him, y'all gonna keep pushing him to the side, but you're gonna need him sooner or later. And here I am.
Yeah.
I didn't gripe, bicker, complain. I just laid down my motherfucking hand and told the truth.
No,
Standing in position to right, letting thunder fly. So prepare for what y'all about to see, because we almost to the grand finale now. We can go to Q&A from here, Elder.
Hey, man, people said they don't really got no questions. You done cracked heads and twist caps and put niggas in the comas, man, with this. Every time, like every little piece, it's just you steady building onto this building. I'm calling it the Roy Hayes building, right? I believe, hey, Roy, I believe you one of the last masters I'm supposed to sit with. I'm supposed to sit with you to get this part. You one of the last masters. Now it's like I'm on a whole nother level now with all the shit you've been giving me.
Man, I can't wait to sit. I can't wait to sit and talk to Malachi and Farrakhan, Larry Hoover, and Jeff Ford at the same time. Can you imagine that conversation?
Man,
I'll be in conversational heaven.
I'll give my whole check to see that.
I'll be in conversational heaven.
Man, you know, hey, them boys will be so spooked out about that. Them alphabet boys, they'll be, man. You remember I saw a video with I think it was Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. They went in the back room and talked. And then they came back out and they was asking them, "What did y'all talk about?" And they said, "Oh, we ain't telling
That
you."
was Muhammad Ali.
Oh, Muhammad Ali.
That was
Yeah, it was
Muhammad
Muhammad
Ali.
Ali. Yeah, that was Muhammad Ali. That was fire. I said,
Yeah,
Muhammad.
he's like, when your president go in and talk to Khrushchev, we don't ask you what y'all was talking about in there.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
When you want
yeah.
to ask us?
See, yeah. See, but what they messed up though. They stopped us from that when they started watching us, with the COINTELPRO and everything. So when we started meeting up, they watch us. But now they cause a bigger. It's everything is spreading a bigger way now. It's like all we got to do is get the minds to agree and overstand what you saying, and all we got to do is think it. Once we start thinking on this frequency, the big mama energy, this shoe tough nut resonance, once we start thinking on that level, everything fall into place mentally first, and then everything else go into place. Once we got our mind together on what everything you saying, with everything that the ancestors been teaching. Once we got our mind on that, that's what gonna make us win right then. We already won though. I feel like we already at the last, about to cross through the ropes and break the rope for the finish line, man. We right there, bro. Now all we doing now is removing the parasites. Removing the parasites. It's what Trump was. Everybody, yeah. Just get rid of the parasites. That's it.
Yeah,
The
nothing
ones that was
personal.
feeding off us. Man, but we at 2:30 now, man. So everybody's saying this right here was fire, man. It says, can you tell Raw I had a dream about him? We were talking in my mama's living room, and a big bald eagle landed on his shoulder. Can you ask him what does that mean? What was that about?
Which shoulder?
Hey, which shoulder was it? That was Ja. Which shoulder was it? Was it Ja Mira? Mira. Oh yeah,
So the bald eagle is
man. Go ahead.
yeah, the birds of prey
Right shoulder.
represent different. Okay, birds of prey represent different types of chiefs, and the bald eagle is the high chief's symbol. So the right shoulder is so the bird land on the right shoulder. That's where my totem symbol is, telling me that the chief is coming in off the right in order to get my attention. When you say coming in off the right, that means coming in righteously. So it's a return to the ancient ways. I used to see elders in horseback. When I close my eyes, they be standing there on horseback looking, and I hope what the hell?
Yeah.
But they was just reminding me of my responsibilities and my duties. My discovery make me obligated to the collective clans to tell the people what was done to us to undermine the great mother and take her from her position on the land. So when you understand ritual magic, then you get to see the magic that was done, the curses that was laid upon us to keep us from ever getting free. But remember, it said that the first shall be made last and the last shall be made first. Right? But the first still got to come back to the front, because they the only ones that's going to be able to fix it. So those which was the last became the first under the white man's burden, through the Catholic Church being the enforcement arm in the kingdoms of the Babylonian Empire, which trace us back to the doctrines of Enlil's sons, Ninursin, which is the law of sin, which is the blood rights, the sex magic, and the money magic. And then it takes us to his other son, who was his general, that was using the chemical warfare. We talking Marduk.
Yeah.
right? And the chemical warfare came in the forms of strange diseases that had never been seen on Earth before. And that's what they was giving us with smallpox laced blankets, syphilis laced prostitutes.
And Liz children.
Yep.
Hey, you know what I was thinking
See,
about, Rod? Hey, I was thinking about cause all the stuff you've been teaching me, and I've been putting stuff together. I said, man, so the story of Jacob, right? Of them tricking us, the story of Jacob and Esau, right? Over here, they tricked us out of our land for like gifts and shit. Like they told us, oh, they starved us out, robbed us, sabotaged our shit, and then when we can't get food, we got to go to them. We go to them. They say, oh yeah, well we give you this food, but you got to sign over and become a United States citizen and drop your Native
no,
American.
that's not how they done it though.
Okay, go ahead.
They didn't. They was signing treaties with people they brought with them that went to school to be an Indian. Some of them they just said they was a chief. They just the people that came over here declared people as chiefs by presidential order.
Okay.
So they could sign treaties. That don't have nothing to do with us. They keep saying we were signing all these treaties to surrender the land. That they military conquest was based off false treaties with people that they brought to masquerade as us.
Okay.
Right. That's why they was able to form that reservation system with them when they was making them agreements. And them the ones who opened the casinos.
Yeah, the $5.
Them the ones don't never want us, the ones that look like me and you, to assert our organic right to reclaim this whole entire thing from the North Pole to the bottom of South America, erase all the borders. We one people.
Yeah.
Of many tongues.
Yeah.
Right. And we the people collectively feel like that we've gave everybody that was been running this government since 1776 and that we warred with since 1492 have had their chance to do us right by the people. And since they can't do us right, then the people that's right for the position to do us right is going to have to move into the positions of power. Because for evil to succeed, good people only have to do nothing. But for righteousness to prevail, you only have to do what's right.
That's right.
And by the blood and the right, we got a right to restore the matriarchy to protect the children for the next 7 generations. And there's no law in nature that overrides that.
Right.
So all of our orders from this point on, if it ain't according to the great law, you can't do it over here. And we're getting the same sentiment from the other countries around the world, from the other tribes around the world.
It's happening now.
We all tired of this BS. You know, so with that, Elder, take it where you want to go from here, Blair.
Hey, we out, man. Look, once again, right? Rod the jeweler, come drop us I just got a brand new charm from him, man. That joint bust down right now, man. I got a bust down chain right now. I just got to rock that joint for a couple of days. Check this out, man. Like I say, hey, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Like I say, my brother Rod don't do it for the money, but we got 1,500 people in here, man. Everybody send him $1. You know what I'm saying? They ain't but $1, you know. Hook him up, brother. He don't do it for the money though. But like I say, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, man. And y'all, we lit tonight. It might have been 5,000 people online. We're gonna check though. Like I say, Shalom, Islam, Hotel, peace, harmony, our should divine love throughout the balanced universe to all. Wadu. Hey, we're gonna be back, Roy. I'm gonna hit you up, Roy. Wadu.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna get it, y'all. Peace. Big mama love throughout the balanced universe to all.